Hey, what's up, Scott here with Imagination Creation Films, and today we're talking about live stream, because I messed up that intro. It is Friday, November 10th, 2023, which means it's a live stream time. And you'll have to bear with my weirdness of my voice and my nose, because the wonderful cool weather, thank you, finally, blew in. And of course, when you get the wonderful cool weather that blows in, you get all the crap that's right in front of it that blows right into your face. It goes straight up your nose and goes. So, yeah, I actually feel a lot better than I did this morning. This morning I was like, really? Everything's off just a little bit, just being a little different. So there's a bit of a uniqueness today. We'll see who can discover the uniqueness first. Sorry. Let me get my cough button working here shortly. So when I do have to clear my throat, I don't have to do it in y'all's ears. So better? Yay! The cough drops. The first time I heard that was in, let's see, what that would be. That was in radio. And I literally laughed out loud when someone called it a cough drop. It's literally what it's called, but I was like, that's just too perfect. It should be exactly what it should be. Yeah, so, did everybody get their Osmo Pocket 3s? I'm interested in hearing what everybody thinks. I got mine. It's awesome. It's that's a weird reflection. It's a ghost. That's a bit of a, well, I'll explain in a little bit why that's a weird reflection. It's kind of funny. Fun story. How's the live stream look okay? Set look okay? Everything look okay? Extra crispy today. I feel I'm out of focus, but the back is in focus. I don't know what's going on. And it says, Happy Friday, Scott. And I say, Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Patrick says, Bonsoir, everyone. And I say, Bonsoir, Patrick. How are you? Ollie says, Good morning, Vietnam. And Jeff Fagan says, Hello. I feel like this is like every intro to every late night talk show ever. Walter says, Hello, all. Greetings. Salutations, Walter. Ollie says, So what are we purchasing? Yep. Carlos, quit doing this. Quit doing that. Carlos says, Hey, Carlos, I really appreciate that. That was very sweet of you. You don't have to worry about being in competition. Carlos, he changed his live stream because he realized that it was going to conflict with mine, and it's very thoughtful, Carlos. You're a very good dude, and you get to hang out here. So I mean, one day we'll just put everybody on here as soon as I figure out how to get that to work without it causing 30 minutes of audio issues that make me very angry. Then. King says, how many houses does Scott have? He's always in a new living room. That is the magical goal. There's a reflection there too. That is weird. That is weird. Huh. Okay. Scott lives in a mansion. It's tens of square feet. But that is the goal, is to have always a slightly different look, just to kind of mix it up and, make it fresh, like fresh underwear. Everybody feels better when you're in fresh underwear, in case you get into an accident. That's what Mom always said. iEdit says, are you live streaming with an iPhone? No. Not now. But I am there. But I'm not here. But I am here. You could definitely tell that. I tried to match it as best I can. But no, you can absolutely tell. Number one, there's this little thing called depth of field. It is It's wonderful how I am in focus, and then everything behind me, which is the wrong hand, everything behind me just kind of gently falls out of focus. And with the iPhone, it's like everything gets to be everything is sharp except for me. I'm blurry, and I have these weird. How is that even happening? Look at that. That's coming through. Well, it's probably the awesome ND filter that I have taped to my iPhone up there. I have them right next to each other, so I can just kind of go, oh, that's puppy cam. I can go, oh, and everybody's like, stop, you're making me throw up. Puppy cam, there was the ring that just fell on the floor. Let's just go with the puppy cam. And, in the background, what can we do? No, we can't do the other one. So yeah, I wanted to see what would happen with doing the iPhone. Could it function as the camera? Because I really wanted to do it in cinematic mode. And the short answer there is no. You can't get a clean feed out of cinematic mode. You get the iPhone display with the record button and all that. Because that would be the coolest kind of live stream there if I could literally make it fall off with focus back behind me. But yeah, that's not happening. It's not working that way. So I had to go to the Blackmagic app, which does not have cinematic mode. At least I don't think it does. Doubtful. Sorry for the coughs. Turn a little puppy cam. He's a little bright. I had to redo all the lighting because the iPhone's at f1.8 and Dragon is not, because I tried to make them where they were both like sharp. The depth of field was going to be sharp on both, but that's kind of impossible. So I got it as close as I could, and then it is what it is. It's what it's. That is it'd be a great T-shirt. So let's see here. Ollie says, loving the Osmo more than I thought. Ollie and I talked over the weekend about it. Sorry. And it's funny, Ollie, after you said something, I didn't notice any problems, and then later on that night, I did notice the problem you were referring to, and it's quite interesting, and that is the wiggle from the bottom when you have the adapters on there. It's got two little clamps that clamp on, but you get a little wiggle, and it feels a little awkward. The full review coming very soon. One thing I don't like is the D-Log M, and I swear D-Log M on the Osmo Pocket 3 is they just slid the contrast slider to the left. And they're like, we'll just lower the contrast. Because if you go and apply the D-Log M to Rec 709 LUT in Resolve, everything just goes boop, exactly. There's no curve involved. It's just boop. And I don't like that. And I honestly really, really need the ND filters, because I hate running auto shutter and getting the stupid 1/500th of a second shutter. I am way cooler than that. I believe in 180-degree shutter most of the time. Whatever is being projected from time to time onto your head. Yes, that is the dog. That's the dog. I got it backwards. I think what it is the reflection of this brightness onto the ND filter, and then it's bouncing around inside there. That is my guess, because this is lovely. This is dragony. It's very dragony. Let me go back to there, because no one really cares about me. They want to see the dog. Ollie says, I just discovered that you can swipe from the right while recording to adjust exposure. I didn't know that. I also didn't realize that when I go and set a bunch of settings, it you have to save those as your presets, including low light mode. Because I recorded a whole bunch of stuff in low light, and I was like, wow, it looks really Rec 7090, but also really, really contrasty and over sharpened, and it was kind of weird. And it's because I shot everything in the low light mode, not thinking at all about making my own preset for that. Sharpening, I turn way down on it, and then also the noise, I turn it to -1. Carlos says, yeah, the Pocket 3 was more than I expected. It is very cool. I will absolutely say that this thing, it's tiny. It is so freaking tiny. It's practically adorable. And all the features, definitely get the creator kit. The microphone is fantastic. I can't wait for the second microphone to start shipping. I don't know when. I also find it really funny that no one has ND filters for this, including DJI. They all are coming available at the exact same time, which is late November. I was also mildly surprised when I reached into the bag, did not pay attention to what I was buying, and the wide filter, the wide adapter, wide angle adapter that goes on the front with just a magnet, was in the bag. I was like, ooh, a bonus. No, it comes with it. And it just magnetically clips right there, which is kind of cool. I kind of thought that was cool. The other thing that I don't like is how quick, Ollie, I think this is something you mentioned as well, but I definitely noticed it day one. So there's a magnet that holds this in place. And that magnet, I think, is charged and then it's held. I don't know how to describe it. After you move it a couple of times, it no longer has the hold power that it had, and so it'll just pop around. The little lens will just kind of move around, and it's a bit weird, but it's really awesome, really awesome. Carlos says, "Yay, Friday!" Eric says, "So what do we think about the Komodo discounts? Besides, yay us." I think they're really cool. Now they're just on the accessories, right? I thought I read that properly, but I mean 10%. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's wonderful. We should all thank Jared and Red and marketing and everybody else for at least doing that. Just kind of get everybody excited about working again, and maybe people can start to think about buying some stuff. It'll be nice. I look forward to it. King says, I think they're great. It is a sign that we all must now get V-RAPTORs. Jared would approve, I'm pretty sure. What's the name of the California camera guy on YouTube that actually lives in a mansion? He looks like an ex-surfer. I don't know who that is. Oh, wait, no. Oh, you're... Patrick, are you talking about... what's his name? If you're talking about the guy I think you're talking about, he doesn't live in mansions. He does a lot of mansion filming. You're talking about, he lives in Ohio now. Cool dude. Maybe him. Carlos says, iPhone lens flares suck. But Carlos, Apple said they fixed it. I don't understand how you could even notice anything. True Scott, your set looks like Sugar Hill square footage. I don't remember how much it cost. See, I wish it would actually lock when off also. Well, you need to retype that. How dare you make me say it like that? It makes me stutter, and I don't stutter. Everyone knows on my edits that I don't stutter. Cynthia's actually working on cutting a blooper reel. It's very lengthy. It's quite funny. A lot of beeps. Without any cases, way better. Yeah, I agree. And fitting into this little case is cool, but not cool. It's kind of bulky. It's weird, but it is tiny. It's weird. Indy's still about a month out. Yep. I've turned everything down as soon as they updated the firmware. Yeah, I saw that. DJI said December 10th on the NDs. Irritating also, the ProMist filter will be useful. Yes, it will. I think Freewell is supposedly shipping on the 23rd of November, so we'll have to look out for that. Seems so. No, 50% on Komodo bundles? What? What? Did I miss that? Is it time to pick up another Komodo? I mean, seriously? Back on set is offering, learn more. 15% off Komodo and Komodo X packs? What? Holy moly. 50% off any Komodo packs or Komodo X packs. Okay, so that's the production pack, the starter pack. Still, that's cool. Dang. Dang, that's a discount. And then right now, everybody else is like, well, there goes my used value on my Komodo. Relax. Eric says, and accessories 10%. I'll tell you the one that's worth getting. The one that's over there is the DSM-C3 monitor for Komodo X. That is I've just grown to love that thing. I hate the mount. I threw that in well, I didn't throw it in the trash. I called to get it replaced. They said, "Oh, you got to call Small HD." I was like, "Anybody got time for that?" And so I threw it in a plastic bag and stuck it over here in the world of. Anybody got time for that? I did like the design of the new red one, and I do understand they're creating something new. It's not a replacement for. Everybody was mad. I feel the finish on the Osmo will wear on the sides after extensive case rubbing, and I'm seeing some shining on mine. What I am worried about, Ollie, is every time, especially this kind of cover, every time this exists in nature, it after like 2 years, it gets sticky and gross. Kind of like everyone has a Zoom, the Zoom recorder, the original 2, that if you touch it, it's all gross and sticky. It's like, ew, it's like someone sneezed on it from like 10 years ago and it grew something. That's not good. The VND-PL mount is a very good buy as well. Yeah, the problem I have with polarizers is this camera, you're going to be moving around. You're going to be doing this all the time. Polarizers work perpendicular to the sun, unless you're doing reflections, and it's perpendicular to the reflections of the light emitting on reflections. But if you turn it, now you got to go rotate your polarizer, and I don't want to be touching that all the time. The 1 terabyte cards are $270 now. Stock up? No kidding. Man, that is cheap. Cheap. What do I need to get? What do I need to get? I need to get some stuff. Let's see. Shop directly on red.com. I will shop directly on Red. Wonder how you apply the discount. Additional 10% off applied in cart. Easy enough. Scott, what did you say you're going with the DZO PL lens set? Even over, what did you say you're going? The DZO, the Vespids, to me, offer a very complete set for an extraordinary amount of money, extraordinary less amount of money than Sigmas. They're not quite as sharp as Sigmas. They have more character than Sigmas, but they're not dull. They're not flat. They have contrast. They pop. They look really nice. It is a very affordable lens set, and that is one of the reasons. It's on my short list, but also I'm waiting to check out the Nisis. Also, next week, I will have a set of some new cool lenses in here to test for a little bit. Those lenses rhyme with the book. And I'm excited to see what they can do because, with RF and mirrorless interface, connections, we can make tiny lenses now, and that means that glass is cheaper, it's faster, lighter, cheaper. So that I get to say that too because twice I like cheap. Why am I? Oh, that's weird. Why am I stuttering? That's weird. It says it's not dropping frames, but it sure is playing backward. Okay. I was saying something. So the DZOs, the Nisis, the Cooks SP3s, I'm interested in trying the small little Mikis. And then, of course, IRIX, I still absolutely love. Looking forward to seeing the 65, because those are really sharp. Man. I hate how when you're in a sinus mode, too hot, you get stuffy. Too cold, you get stuffy. And you just can't win. So I am stuffy right now, and it sucks, and I apologize. The spider bite is good. It's showable. I think I am going to take the jacket off. This is the cool jacket, though. Like, check out that. Ooh, the Red Studios Hollywood. I'll be like, yo, 8-ball. Yeah, I do like this jacket. It is actually surprisingly warm. Surprisingly warm. Let me just throw that right there. Yeah, I made it too. Didn't fall off. So the spider bite can be seen now. There it is. That's what's left of it. It's been 2 months, I guess, since it started. When it was at its giantest, it was this big around, and it was probably that tall. And it just goes into this crater. It is the grossest thing. I don't get into it. I mean, it just looks like a scab now. So I did get bit a second time, though. That one was interesting. This one, much smaller and much faster. But the scab, it craters. It's gross. And the sucky thing is you have to leave it open to the air. You can't cover it. You can't put Neosporin or anything like that on it. And yeah, that was really tough. I spared everybody by putting little Band-Aids on it and trying to hide it. But whew, so glad that's over. Carlos says, Ali, I hadn't looked at the media. That is great price for one tour. Yeah, and they're fast. They are very, very fast. Yes, I am wearing thermals today. Or warm-ups, because sniffles. I was wearing my my hoodie back there, right behind Rex, because I need to not be sick, especially tomorrow. Tomorrow is my youngest's wedding, so I need to be able to give the bride away, and I don't need to be up there going, I'm so sorry. All the good things. Red Bottom's Spider Bite, cool living room. You're definitely turning into Spider. Maybe. I did like the Which Spider-Man movie was it where all the Spider-Men came back, all the different ones, and they were all fighting with each other, or they're like, hey, wait, how does your spider web work? How does yours work? That cracked me up. Carlos, Unbeatable. Do you have anything on your Black Friday list? What I really would like right now is some more storage. With shooting everything on red, because the iPhone looks like an iPhone, despite what everybody says. It's so cinema. Yeah, well, it's not. It's eating into my storage. I came to a weird conclusion that I don't have a true process for the way I want things to be with shooting red for the channel. And my goal is shoot red, create some not proxies, just convert them to H.265 10-bit. You can't do that per se easily. You kind of can in Blackmagic Resolve, and maybe that's what I'll end up doing. What I would love is just an automated system. I just drag the folder in there and it just spits it all out. That'd be nice. I was looking at Hedge's version of it. Looks pretty good for $99. I just don't know enough about it because it only lets you do 1 minute of footage, which, I'm sorry, not 1 minute, it's 1 gig of footage. Or no, is it 1 minute? Whatever it is, it ain't enough to tell how the quality. Are you considering a lens set that can fit VistaVision in case you go V-RAPTOR? Hopefully sooner than later. I am considering that. These Rangers full review now coming very shortly. I have concluded most of my testing. I've got cool new testing over here, testing lab. I don't know how to. It's almost like I could grab the iPhone and just walk over there, but yeah, I've got cool. We'll talk about it here in the future, but I'll be able to do the same lens test that I do because I don't just like people that just throw up a focus chart, they throw up this, and they show contrast, and they put it under the conditions, and then they have the person go. That bothers me, but we will have all of the lens testing that I do before, plus we'll throw in some more technical details about that stuff. YouTube is not receiving enough. Well, that's not what it says. It says it's doing just fine. As such, viewers may not be happy. Are y'all not happy? Wow. YouTube says y'all are not happy. Spoiler alert. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I probably should have done that. Congrats to my daughter. Yeah. I'm on my 5th ad thus far in this live stream. Watching it for you. Are they how do I insert ad what does that say? Delay. There you go. I click delay ads for you. I think 10 minutes. Really? They're popping up every 10 minutes? Wow. So maybe it wasn't the whole why is it doing that? Maybe I can turn that off. I know that what's happening now is that YouTube is giving us less and less control over our ads. Like we can't say when and where as often. Let's see, monetization. Let's see, choose schedule mid-roll ads. How about I just do it manually? Does that work? See if it boots everybody out. And everybody's like, bye. Maybe that's the problem. All right, so hopefully everything is working now. Oh, it updated over here. So there should be no more ads in the middle. Hopefully. Scott, you and Mrs. B are officially empty. We are. I mean, technically we have been for about a year, but I mean, it's official now. It's technically true. Storage-wise, I am thinking of using LTO6. Hard drive stress me out, constant worry and care. I would not touch an LTO6 today. I would buy an LTO9 because, remember, LTO only backward supports one generation and read only, meaning that you aren't going to be able to buy 6 tapes anymore. They're not going to be prevalent or popular, and they're almost the same price as a 9. I would buy a 9 because they do like 45 terabytes. Kind of nice. But I agree. LTO is way better than hard drives. The only problem is the cost of entry to a LTO drive. It sucks. It's $5,000. No matter what you do, it's $5,000 to touch an LTO tape drive. I don't know why. I'm guessing that's the manufacturers are like, we all want to sell these for $5,000 because I seriously doubt that they cost that much to develop, bring to market, and all of that because they've never dropped in price. Amazingly enough. Can you set up a media encoder to look for files in a folder and run the conversions? Yeah, there's the Hedge one will do that. I forget which the Hedge one is called, and it's only $99. It's not bad, but it only has like one setting for H.265. I was angry that when I was doing when I was exporting proxies, and I would set them to an acceptable bit rate, basically what I had with the Sonys. I didn't even click to the fact that they were 8-bit, and yeah, I don't want to work with 8-bit. I want to work with 10-bit, all the bits. I'd rather work with 16, but I can't afford the red storage for the channel. I'm not happy with ads cutting me off. Yep. Empty nester. That explains the abundance of new rooms in these lives. Yep. Rex is super happy. We've got. Let's see if I could. Can I? Yeah. Well, I can potentially take this off. It's not really that mobile. It's most certainly not that mobile. It's really not acting mobile. That's weird. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Wow, this is all hung up on every electronic. Wow, this is not going to work. Let's see. Can you see? No, you can't really see. That's just incredible. That's incredible. What do you see back there? Let's see. Incredible. Back there we got focus charts. We've got kitchen set been worked on. We got puppy dog. We got the hole in the wall. We've got the other hole in the wall. We've got walls on tracks up there. It's a bit of an interesting process here. Let me put that back because everybody wants the puppy cam. I'm not struggling. I'm just doing it one-handed. And I need to blow my nose. It's funny. Eyes are watering. I needs to blow my nose. Okay. 8K for a drive compared to LTO6 at 600. Yeah, but tape stresses me more than cycling drives. I don't know. Tape is pretty good, unless you touch stuff a lot. King wants to know, will you get M3 Max MacBook, or are you waiting for the M3 Ultra for the studio? I was interested in the M3 Max right up until the point where I saw that it changed video production side virtually nothing, like 5%. What I'm hoping for is that Ultra will have even more encoders and decoders and such, and thus make it faster for everything. It's I like all the stuff that they've added, but I don't use all the stuff that they've added yet. Restoring from tape is horrible. It's not that bad anymore. On the fast stuff, it's like LTO 8 and 7, those were pretty fast, and 9 should be really fast. Always happy to see your live streams. Well, thank you, Britt Britain, Brit Media, Brit Media. Thanks, B. I'm personally waiting for the M4. Wait, I might as well wait for the M5. Have you heard about the M8? Because everybody in Australia is really looking forward to that. There's like, I got my mate over here. Yeah, good Aussie joke. Yeah. Yes, I plan on using LTFS only, no backup software. I mean, you need to stream the data to your tapes the way you would pull them off. You should never just drag a bunch of files over there. You should drag projects and keep them all in a single container so that they stream rapidly to it so you can pull them off rapidly. Because if it has to go back to the front to pull from the directory, and it's slow. Luca says, hey, friends, how's it going? Ciao, Rex. Rex says, to be honest, M3 Studio Ultra, and I'm done for at least 5 years. I hope. I'm a little bit scared right now that it's not going to be enough. I mean, the M3s are faster. They're up to 30, 40% faster than the M1 Maxes. But it's odd how almost none of that seems to translate to what we're doing. Probably the 3D text, and when the ray tracing comes, Unreal Engine is going to be really nice. So, you know. Absorb says, hello, chat. And Scott, hello, Absorb. Just coming back from placing my Komodo X starter pack order at Unique Photo in New Jersey. Very cool. You're going to love the Komodo X. It is really, really cool. I like it a lot. My nose. Will you be testing the DZO Pavo anamorphic? Yes, that is on my list to test. I just have to have time. I don't want to reach out to these companies. We've all talked about it. Everybody's cool with it, but I don't want to reach out to them when I have a backlog of stuff. It's not fair, and then they just sit here forever. It's not fair. Ari Mo says, howdy. Hello, Ari Mo. How you doing, Ari? What are you using for photography on your leisure time? My photography is done with the R7. The Canon R7 is an acceptable camera. It's not great. It's acceptable. It is a APS-C sized camera, but it does have 32 megapixels, which is important. Plus, it uses standard Canon L batteries, which I have thousands of. I would like to upgrade and get whatever the next R8 is going to be, because I'd like to have the full frame in this. And yeah. So there's that. Oh, so many sniffles. I can't stop the sniffle. How do I stop the sniffles? Help me. Okay, Luca. I'm considering I own a V-RAPTOR as an A cam and Komodo OG as a B cam. Good reasons to upgrade to Komodo X. What I will say is Komodo X to me looks way closer to V-RAPTOR than OG. OG looks really good. It is a little strange in the highlights. It's nice. It's a little strange in the highlights, and then of course the shadows are okay. They're still way better than Dragon, except for the skin tone. But Komodo X looks like Dragon, but it has lower light capability. It is a much more sensitive and less noisy sensor. I mean, X looks just like Dragon to me. So I I think you should look at it. You don't have to get it; it's fine because Komodo still will match up nicely. But X is really something special. All right, he says, did a big spider get your arm? Yes, a brown recluse got it here, and then a smaller one got me here. This is 2 months old. This is now finally out. It's all been hidden before because it was disgusting. Like the old days with SGI and DAT tapes. Ah, yes, 4mm. I need to tar the files first, like an uncompressed WinRAR. Bummer. If you're doing it that way, you do. The good thing is that red files, they stream really nicely because they're big and large chunks. I don't like tarring files. I don't like RARing files. Mostly because if something's going to fail, then it fails the entire compressed file. And I don't like that. On red, if something fails in one of the 4 gig files, just that one 4 gig file is bad. The rest of them are fine. So it's definitely a toughie for me. I need some more drink. Yeah, I can't even enjoy a good prop because the props are not going to be good for my nose. A little ice in here. We gotta get a little something back here. Let's see what we're gonna make. I'm feeling like pink lemonade. What do y'all feel like? I feel like there's not much pink lemonade left. Whoa. Well, guess I'm not feeling so much about pink lemonade. Guess we're going to add a little orange to that. We're going to add that to the soda stream here. Oh, that's sweet. My wife left a hair on it. Those of you with long hair in your life, you know the fun of finding hair here and there. I mean, my hair just disappears. Alrighty then. That goes there, fill it up. So yeah, I'm still on here. Rex is keeping no company. You should be okay. I'm just thirsty. I feel like it's going to help me not sniffle so much. And hopefully y'all are asking a whole bunch of questions too, because that way I can come back and there'll be a whole bunch of questions to answer. And I'll feel like a rock star that answers questions, because I don't think rock stars answer questions. But all right, almost done. Here we go. And this goes back in, that goes back in, and good. Then we're back. All right. Oh, that's good. With a little bit of orange. What would you recommend over the SkyPanel S60C? Look at the apertures. They do a really good job. The Novas, and the 600s and the 300s. You can also look at the Amaran flexible lights, the 22C, 2x2C. Nanlux has some stuff. Nope. Lucas says, anyone tired or tried? Probably tried. Red Pro CF Express 660 card or any of the red on the R5C. Is it going to work? It should work. I've done testing. I tested I had a prototype Thunderbolt 4 reader for CF Express, and I tested several cards, and the red 1 terabyte cards would do continuous writes of 1.04 gigabytes per second. And I'm pretty sure that's more than the Canon requires. The read speed sustained at 1.62 gigabytes per second. Also, there'll be a video here shortly on Nextorage CF Express cards. Quite tasty, quite fast. And then the OWC cards that I recently tested, I tweaked a little bit with this Thunderbolt 4 prototype. Applied a little heat dissipation to it. And I was able to sustain 1.4, let's see here, what do I get? 1.42 gigabytes a second write and 3.22 gigabytes per second read continuously for the entire 1 and 2 terabyte cards. 'Twas a lot. 1.4 writes, 3.2 reads. Very, very fast. What are your film gear regret buying things, if any? Yeah, I've got a few of those there, Carlos. I regret buying all of the props that I have bought because I wanted to have the props so that I could make something, and then I didn't make it. Which is going to have me, as I go and clean house here, it's going to have me making some short films about probably obsession, because no man needs 7 typewriters. I have 7 typewriters. And, yeah, I shouldn't. I have boxes of boxes. You can't really see them because they're back there, but I mean, there are bins and bins and bins full of wardrobe and props and stuff like that. Those are my biggest regrets. Other than that, I'm trying to think. Buying cheap light stands, buying like cheap aluminum light stands, that's very regretful. I feel like a margarita on the rocks. Ooh. King says, thank you. Tried, I am tired. Yep. Tried, tired. Yep. Now I'm looking around my basement office, paranoid of spiders. 'Tis the season. You know, I have survived 50-something years, literally 51, but, and I've never been bit by a spider. Never. The first time. So we did a little spring cleaning in the bedroom, if you know what I'm saying. We cleaned out the whole place. It was quite fun. And I did find the little bugger. Well, I found one of the buggers, a big bugger, and I killed him. I killed him and then left him as a message and a warning to the others. Lucas says, thank you. I use 1 terabyte on the R5C, no issues. There you go. That is a cheap card, I'll tell you what. Excited for cams to update for compatibility with the 4th gen CF Express Bs. Yeah, it will be nice. But let me tell you, the biggest problem facing these cards is heat. If you cannot dissipate the heat, then throttle city. I would get down to as low as 780 megabytes a second on writes if I didn't manage the heat. Thoughts on the RF 200-800 lens? I think it looks cool. We'll see. I'm way more interested in the 24-105 2.8. It is going to be a giant honker of a lens for sure, but that's a pretty sweet lens. Lucas says, thank you. I regret buying a drone. No-fly zones galore in the D.C. area. Ooh, I can imagine. I bought a drone. It'll be here Monday. And I'm kind of excited because I am going to go ahead and get my Part 107 And I'm going to do that rapidly so that I don't procrastinate. And then, yeah, I'm going to put it to work. Do you ever use the SD slot at all on the R5C? How do you like it as a photography cam? I mean, you could use it as long as you're not trying to record on the high bit rates. No reason. Anything I regret buying, I will return within 30 days. Yes, that's called, that's called, what is the term? Buyer's remorse. Yes, I have done that a few times, but not as often as some. I'm a research machine before I pull out the plastic. I hear you. I agree with you. 7 typewriters. Yes. Not just any typewriters. I have like IBM Selectrics 2s and 3s and Style Writers and Daisy Writers and I mean it's a problem. They're like 45 pounds a piece. Not one of them shipped to me in working condition. Every single one of them, they literally would take this giant 45-pound metal chunk of steel and put a box around it and ship it to me. And it would just come in destroyed. I don't know how you destroy metal. It's pretty rough. Some people watching probably don't know what a typewriter is. So for those watching that don't know what a typewriter is, it is a very slow way to tweet. You would type on a keyboard, kind of like you would today, but it would smash these hammers with letters on them into a ribbon and then smash it up against a piece of paper. Then you would fold your paper up, put it in an envelope, you'd lick a tasty stamp and you put it on there and you would send it care of Twitter. That's how you would send a tweet before. There you go. Now I think people understand what typewriters are now. Oh, we've all bought cheap light stands. That was a stupid thing to do. I know. The worst ones, the Cowboy Studio ones, the top. You get them and they just kind of go, digga. It's like, why? All you had to do was like clamp it. That's all it had to be. Photos exclusively for SD. Hey, Brandon, I regret buying cheap, especially on light stands. Now, I do regret. I need my hoodie to try to keep the stuffiness at bay. There we go. I regret the Chinese matte box and Chinese follow focus that I bought. Those I regret. What did... Cynthia must be listening. She... a little bit ago, she texted, no! Let's see here. Speaking of light stands, do you have any experience with those tension rods for setting up lights? You're talking about the spreaders that go between walls? Yeah, I've got some experience with it, but I mean, if you want to go to our good friend Grip Tips, he did a whole episode on how to properly use them and secure them and not damage the walls. I'm assuming that's what you were talking about. They work. And virtually everything from tilt to... Oh, now, Brandon, come on. I like a lot of stuff that Tilta makes. Call me old-fashioned. I mean, a lot of their stuff works. And they're getting really good at not copying and making their own stuff now, which is important. Carlos, a brand that starts with S. Don't think about heat, because heat isn't real if the internet doesn't think it isn't. Are you talking about the brand that rhymes with bony? The recent firmware that sped up the switch from photo to video made a huge difference when shooting hybrid. I can't get myself to return stuff, so I give stuff away. I mean, I have done that a lot. Sorry, as I walk in here. Grab, ooh, cookies. Ooh, that's fun. I didn't think about the cookies. Oh, now I want cookies. I'm going to go in here, and then I'm going to mute it, and I'm going to turn around, but I got a fever, and the only flavor is. The only thing funnier is if that mute button didn't work. Definitely regret buying tripods without ball. Yeah, I hear you there. Have you heard Pocket 3 in Europe overheat in 4K 60? There's a hack when inserting a text in. Really? That's interesting. I don't hardly ever shoot 4K 60 unless I'm literally trying to get just a little bit of slow-mo out of it. That's interesting. King says, I'm considering the R5C as my first Canon, but nervous of the R5C2 coming out soon. I would imagine that an R5C2 will be coming of some kind. Yeah. King, Ollie says in the next 12 months, I say sooner than that. Carlos wants to see a typewriter. Oh man, let's get a big old heavy one. Oh yeah. Oh gosh. Oh god. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Woo. Oh yep. Oh. All right, I'm bringing one in, just for you, Carlos. All right. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh damn! I just broke everything. That's it. Okay. This is the IBM Selectric 2. It is a beast of a typewriter. This one actually works too. I fixed it. Oh, there we go. This is, my wife's gonna be so pissed. You know, we should power this thing up. I'm sure it won't blow any circuits. We could plug it into the puppy cam over here. Let me see here. That's probably why everybody watches my live streams, because I'll just go and grab crap. All right, let's see. No, you don't. Oh, I guess at the index markers. Okay. Clear the margins. You're not supposed to type on the platen. And the platen is the big rubber thing that goes between the I'll put this right next to Rex. Hey, buddy. He's like, that smells funny. Yeah, boy. We'll turn it just a little bit here so everybody can see the wonderful technologies. Okay. You know, it's good, though. Blowing my nose really did help. Okay, let's catch up to some... Dude, I am laughing. R5C coming soon. A big year for cinema camera. Yep. I love them. So damn useful. Now explain the rider with a daisy wheel. So that is a ball rider. And so the ball rider, it's funny, because I have a little bit of everything. That's a ball rider. And a ball is, it's a sphere with all the letters around it. And it will literally take the ball when you type in A, and it'll go, A is over here, so it'll go like that. B is over here to go, And so it's like going as it goes across. The daisy rider is a daisy wheel. And a daisy wheel is a little wheel with little fingers on it, and each finger has a letter on it. So instead of everything going, it is just a single hammer that fires forward, and all it does is it rotates the wheel. So it puts it on a B, and it goes B, and it goes pop, and then it goes A, and it goes pop. So that's Daisy Rider. And then there's also hammer strikers. If y'all look on the desk set from every video in the background, there is a mechanical, non-electric typewriter there that does work really nicely. It's a Royale, or Royal for those of you here in America. Fantastic. I love typewriters. Scott, did you open a live stream using a typewriter once? Or was that fever a dream? I did open a live stream with that one. I did one on an Aputure video where I was typing a tweet to Aputure. Likely a busy year for Canon for sure, yes. It would be awesome if Tilta actually used metal. They have some metal in there. It's just aluminium and electronics that didn't fry them. Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that statement there, Brandon. There's a reason people fry their stuff, and it's not entirely Tilta's fault. It's because it wasn't designed to do a certain thing. The Tilta ring grip for the Ronin S series has been brilliant. Yep. The typing sounds awesome. It is awesome, and sadly, it's going to make me have a hard time getting rid of it. But I will just do a short film on typewriters. Why do I have them? Why do I get them? It's going to be hard. We'll try to spice it up and make it more fun. That beast reminds me of old school word processors. Bro, that was a word processor. I was the processor and the words, and it just did the letters. I figured those spreaders to hold light couldn't hold the Nova 600 nor the Sky panels, but should be fine with the Intellitek light panels. Depends on how many you're throwing up there. I think you can probably get away with a single Sky panel or single Nova. Yeah, I would imagine. You can anchor a cruise ship with that thing. I can and have. That one literally came with a cruise ship attached. It's still outside. Have you noticed the typewriter in The Shining has an eagle on it? Nazi same used in Schindler's List. Interesting. I did not notice that. What do you regret not buying? Me, more C-stands before they started to cost more than gold. Yeah, Ollie, I regret not buying more grip heads, more C-stands, more combo stands, more wheels. Really, more wheels for everything. I've been buying these. These are the Matthews affordable ones, and it sucks. These things have gone up in price like 60%. These are the affordable wheel sets for Matthews, and when I first got them, they were like $102. I got a drink. I made it. You gonna show off your fashion? You're wearing fashion today. They call us official empty nesters tomorrow. Then they made me bring out the typewriter.
I saw.
Oh, what were you saying no to?
The red, 15% off.
Oh, when she heard there was a discount at Red. No. Honestly, grip gear, stands, all of that stuff was something I regret not have bought further. Flags, just everything. Frames, gel frames. Oh my God, I regret not having those. And I'm going to be making those. So that's going to be coming up soon. Somebody's pushing me to get on that. I've got to get some argon. I have the aluminium, and I have the welder, and I have the spool gun. I just need to get the argon, and right now we can't seem to find tanks. What? Argon tanks. How do typewriters work without electricity? You are goading me.
Oh, gosh.
And because I care so much, I am going to help Carlos understand, even though I'm certain he already knows, because he was in the military, and I guarantee you they didn't have computers back then. That's my dig at Carlos. Also, when I was doing the Aputure, the Aputure tweet video with the typewriter, I had a mouse connected to it. So there was that. Also, if y'all ever noticed on the desk, this typewriter, it was backlit keyboard. I wired up LEDs into it. Okay, here we go, Carlos. Let's see if we can explain it. So you got, we got all these little hammers right here. See, it just goes, oh, that sound. Oh, we're not getting rid of this one. Oh yeah. All y'all gonna be buying some Royal typewriters now. I got some Selectrics available. This one works too. I fixed this one up. I cleaned it up, bought some new ribbons for it. Watch this. Wait. Oh, that was at the beginning. Oh, okay. Another typewriter goes on the floor. Go ahead, Carlos. Nostalgia me further. Typewriter plus creepy equals viral. Yes, I agree with that. How do you fix a typo if you're typing? Ah, yes. There's a little thing called whiteout. It smells adorable. It's white paint, enamel paint, that you just go and you type over it, and you go, you blow on it, and then it dries, and then you go back and you type over it. I regret not buying Apple shares 25 years ago. Fair. Ha ha ha. That was a real question about typewriters without electricity. Oh, well then I just answered it for you. Also, we did have computers in 1991. Yeah, but you also had typewriters. I guarantee you had typewriters. And I bet you had these Selectrics, and they were green like the one over here. Love Rex's face every time you stand up. Yeah, he's always like, where are you going, Dad? Where are you going, Dad? Also, check out the iPhone. It's still working. I just got to find my buttons now. Hidden. There we go. Yeah, he always has to look. That is a good. Yeah, that you cannot replace the sound of a typewriter. It has such a great sound, and maybe that's one of the things that I'll do with it is just talk about how people with OCD and ADHD probably shouldn't buy typewriters because they're drawn to the sound, and it's the perfect sound is what they love. But I did buy a microphone specifically to record those typewriters. Just the gentle hum. Some of y'all don't even know. You will, because I literally was planning it for the last week. But when you turn on an IBM Selectric, there's a hum of the transformer because it has to spin up motors so that it can rapidly move the ball around. Whiteout, we used to live like animals. I know. But on the Selectric 3s or the Daisy Riders, they had this thing called backspace with undo. And it had a separate ribbon, and the ribbon will go whoop, raise up, and it's white, and it goes boop, and you just type the same letter, and it'll delete it. Yeah. That's the original deletion. Have you seen the King of Queens episode where Arthur makes screwdrivers using typewriter? I have not. I watched a lot of King of Queens, but for some reason that doesn't ring a bell. I'll have to go find that. Sound of the IMAX camera. That must be music. It's loud. The IMAX camera is no shizzle. If you are interested in the IMAX camera, a friend of mine does, he's a projectionist for IMAX, also for Lucasfilm and all these others. He has a website where he was doing Oppenheimer, and he showed several videos on how to load it, how to unload it, all that stuff. His channel is Radioactive Drew on YouTube, and yeah, it's worth it. It's kind of fun. It is fascinating how big those platters are and how loud that system is. It is no joke loud. And Drew is a old Epic One user. He loves his red, but he shoots Nikon, I think, now. He mostly is a time-lapser. Woo. So is everybody happy now that I got rid of the ads? The ads help? Because I don't think I ever made really any money with the ads. So that's a satisfying click right there. That is the micro switch from Mutiny.io. Plug that in. And you put it on the front, and all of a sudden you have a record button. It's very nice. All right, let's see. Everybody got quiet all of a sudden? Well, that's because there's only 3 likes. I'm sure that everybody likes more questions when they have more likes. I know I do. Is everybody going to watch The Killer? I'm going to watch The Killer. Ooh, just got our first batch. You're lucky you. All we need from you is ship. Yep, got it. Hold on one second. I got to type all my information in here. Just one second. I'm just going to do this. I have to make sure. There we go. There we go. And boom. Exciting test coming very, very soon. It's a seriously bright idea, and we'll see where it goes. So, yes. Ollie says, did you see the variety of clip BTS of Oppenheimer? Some really cool in-camera. I didn't see those. I'm going to watch Oppenheimer this weekend, actually, so it'll be... I didn't get to see it in the theater. King says House of the Dragon second season should be sweet too. I don't know. I had a hard time getting into House of the Dragon. Well, I think we watched 2 episodes and we did not catch it. Carlos says, thanks for the live. I have to run. The wife is asking me to join her for dinner. You should join your wife for dinner. She would probably really appreciate it. But get a margarita on the rocks. Why is there a fly? Also, everyone should smash that like button. You're right, Carlos. Everyone should. That's good. Scott, how do you feel about The Bachelor series doing a spinoff of The Golden Bachelor? I have no idea what The Bachelor is. If that's reality or anything like that, I don't watch any of that. None of it. I've worked reality. I ain't going to watch it. And yeah, show your support and watch The Killer. Yeah. It's going to be awesome. Excited. Take care. See you next week. Bye, Carlos. Have a great weekend. I wish I could have watched on IMAX. but good projectionists are rare in Canada. I watched it on Limax since my friend don't speak English yet. Yeah, they. I wanted to watch it on IMAX, but I wanted to watch it on true IMAX because there is a lot of Limax out there that are IMAX, but they're not true. And the closest one that was an actual IMAX size was in Dallas, so that's a little far to go see a movie. Okie dokie. Boop, 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 biddy, boop, boop, biddy, boop, 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 boop. Let's see. I mean, I can pull out some other props. I'm literally going through all these props, and I'm going to do something with them, something stupid, and then just get rid of it all because it's unnecessary. What I really feel like doing, I have like 6 different alarm clocks, and I want to do the cliche wake up to the alarm and smash the hand on the clock, but I want to do it in rapid fire to 6 different alarm clocks. I think, yeah. The Killer, was it shot on Raptor? I believe it was shot on Raptor. The lenses, I don't know. I think they were Panavision, were they? I don't know. It is a good question. The Killer, shot on what lenses? I know they were shot on Raptor. Messerschmitt did... Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Yep. The Killer is a V-RAPTOR. Mm-hmm. Why this? And he switches. We shot on Dragon. The first season of Mindhunter, then we went to Helium. Talk to me about lenses. Yeah. Interesting stuff. It's an interesting article. I don't see the answer readily available. Did just finish up Masters of Motion here in Austin this week. Had some great writers, producers, editors, DPs, all there. Let me just go down the roster. It was awesome to get to hear them speak. Let's see, the speakers. So we had Peter Gould, who was the writer, one of the writers for Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. He was awesome. Which, if y'all didn't get my trivia, what was his original name? Gus Fring is what his name is in the series now. But what was his original name? Bonnie Wild, she's the re-recordist mixer for all of The Mandalorian, Loki, Marvel, all that good stuff. Joanna Nagel, she's editor for The Bear. Also Molly and Max in the Future, which will be out, I think, in February. Looks really fun. Pamela Ryman, she's she was writer for Moana and Ralph Breaks the Internet. Also, she did a really interesting short that is hard to find. We had Gustav. He did all the title sequences for Creed 3, The Sandman, and The Santa Clauses. We had Michael Luke Litwack. He is the director of Molly and Max in the Future. Also really awesome. Steve Hoover, also a really good inspirational guy. He's done a ton of stuff that hopefully gets to see the light of day soon because he's been through it all. Greg Middleton was going to be there, but he didn't make it due to a problem. Newton Thomas Siegel, we had talking with Drive, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Usual Suspects. Yep. Charlotta Bruce Christensen from the ASC. She was the DP on A Quiet Place. It's fantastic. She did a practical presentation. It's very cool. So I'm like feeling really all got to make some stuff now. Got to make some things happen. You know what I mean? Hard to see not Nolan winning Best Director this year. You never know. You never know. Sumalux sees, just checked. That would make sense. Beautiful lenses. 1 minute delay for each clock. Morning is fun. I wanted to do an entire cliche short film where literally everything, every shot was a cliche shot. And I was planning on it, and then Film Riot came out with a whole cliche video, and then what's his name on what's his name? Oh God, Frame Voyager. He did one on cliches, and I was like, oh, I gotta wait a little time here before I go to do that one. 360 Digital Studios says V-RAPTOR and Leica. Yeah, gotta like it, the Leica. How much time and effort goes into planning before pressing record for your YouTube vids? Quite a bit. I used to do very little planning, and I think it showed. I think people didn't like it because I would do a lot of ums and uhs and thinks and all that. Now, I do use a teleprompter. I write scripts. I do a lot of testing, and I know what people want to see, and I know what I want to see. So I try to do a little bit of both, and I try to put things in situations that are comfortable and uncomfortable to see what things can do. Yeah, I mean, what's coming here shortly is really big, and it's going to be a lot of planning in a very short period of time to make something useful happen, and it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Just going to have a lot of power. No matter who the DP, Fincher always maintains his aesthetic. This is true. Fincher has a very defined aesthetic, and he is a evil genius. He's probably not even evil at all. Jared said the killer was V-RAPTOR and Komodo. I would imagine. You're not going to not use a Komodo. It's too useful. All right, let's see here. It's 5:23. Let's see. Austin photographer looking for. Who got questions? Who wants to see some stuff? What? Some people. Minimalism is a scam invented by Big Small to sell more less. Oh, I love Tommy. All right, come on. Let's see. Who's got questions? Otherwise, I'm going in there to grab some stuff. Thoughts on the A9 Mark III? Yeah. Every time I open my mouth, people try to tell me I'm wrong. And I definitely have been wrong on a few things. But is it game-changing? In some ways, yes. For sports photographers, yes. For high-speed photography, yes. For everything else, no. It is not game-changing, and it's not the first. You can go back, and all you got to do is go to Google and type in full-frame global shutter sensor. Click on Tools, and then say Custom Range on the date, and just say 1970 to 2021. And then hit Enter. And it's amazing. There's so many global shutter sensors that are full-frame or larger that have been out before Sony. But it's the world's first in a mirrorless body. See how they get to word that stuff? Also, will I be getting one? No. I mean, if I was still in Sony, I would definitely consider it because it would be a nice all-around camera. However, I'm into more megapixels than 24, which is why I got the R7 over the R8 and several others, because this was 32 megapixels over 24. I don't like 24 megapixels that much. I mean, he's simple. I like 40 plus. It's a cool camera, and it'll sell really well. But I bet you money that Canon's going to come up with something real soon. The less planning to do, the way more editing you wish you didn't have to do. Oh, you're right. What's really funny, Patrick, is the way I do it now. I will shoot it here, usually first thing in the morning, and then by lunch, I'm back there and I'm editing. And I have a pretty good memory on that kind of stuff, but every little flub, every little detail, I have it in my mind. So I can go in there to the edit, and I just go blank spot, and I go start cutting there, grab that, drop it down. I'm really good at making my editing really fast. As a sports photographer, can the A9 replace your R5C? It could. It could, because the global shutter will make things look more natural than an R5C. Yes. King Cook, so you sold all your Sony bodies and lenses? Yes, I did. I sold every single one of them to buy the Komodo X, because that's what I decided was I was going to go all RF and I was going to go all red. It wasn't conducive for me to grab a Sony. It was easy and it looked fine. I got no problem with Sony. They make really, really nice images and I really liked them. But I like shooting with red. I really like it. I don't like the file sizes on YouTube videos, but I really like shooting on red. So I went to Canon, which it's an okay camera. It's not game changing at all. We'll see what they have in the future, which I'm hoping to get. It says, are you still building your cooking channel? Yes, it is coming back. We are literally finishing up the set on it. I have to acquire some free old appliances that I'm going to gut, and I have to attach them to the wall and put them on wheels so that they can roll in. But when it's all said and done, my sets are going to be awesomer than they were. If you're a sports photog, the R5C wouldn't be your first choice, I think. The A9 III looks incredible for sport. Yeah, I agree. If you shoot sports, this camera rips. Yes, I agree. You would absolutely want that camera, provided it has the dynamic range, which probably does. It definitely has some shutter speeds, and hopefully it's not noisy. 6K full frame, it should have some very relatively large photo sites. Raw Cuts has been cut raw, it seems. It's coming back. It's coming back. It is. It really, really is. I've got a whole list of stuff. Plus, it's cooler now because when you run in the summertime, the stove here gets a little toasty in here, even with a good air conditioner. Very smart move, Scott. I think my future is RF and PL. That being said, we are making the mistake. Are we making the mistake of going PL instead of LPL? Well, PL is great because there's so much for PL. There's not that much for LPL. And typically you can adapt. Well, I don't see it that big of a deal. Canon still have an eye control autofocus. Looking forward to the new iteration of that. Yep. Was, not would. Yeah, so I had a thought on, you know how everybody's going to AI. You know, Sony's touting the AI autofocus for everything. And I'm wondering, and maybe I'm just slow, and everybody else is like, well, of course it is. But I'm wondering if they have to go AI, because if you're taking 120 frames a second, which it's doing, and you're doing autofocus, and you're trying to track the eye, if it can't process that amount of data and autofocus and get it right, so it is doing an AI, or it's doing a measurement, and then the next measurement it gets, and then the next measurement it gets, it's projecting a path using AI so that it can nail the next ones. I suspect that's what's happening. I think that's why it's so important that it knows that it's a bird versus a dog versus a human, because birds fly fast, dogs run. So it needs to be able to track not just what it is, but if it's a bird, it needs to go to a fast algorithm that's going to predict out how far. LPL is it's like a full frame PL. It was introduced with the LF, I believe. Alrighty then. It's 5:30, and I need to go eat before the wife has to go and drop off 10,000 M&Ms for my daughter's wedding. We got to reuse it. You don't want to waste 10,000 M&Ms, and I want some food, and I've got the sniffles. So, all the best tomorrow. Thank you very much. I will pass everyone's greetings to my daughter, and it's going to be a happy, wonderful day. Everyone have a fantastic and wonderful weekend. There's a new review on Monday. Should be another one on Wednesday, and then a live stream on Friday. And yeah, remember, like and subscribe, all the fun stuff. Hit the like button. There's only 4 likes. There's 22 of y'all. Hit the like button. Yeah, one of you did. Hit another, just another one of you. Just like 20 of you need to do it. Yep. So, yep, everyone, have a wonderful weekend, and don't let your passions center around your life. Let your life center around your passions. iPhone. iPhone. Ooh, that's a little delayed, isn't it? Wow. Why is it delayed? That's interesting. It wasn't delayed before. Huh. Thanks for your time. Congratulations on the wedding celebration tomorrow. Woohoo! Thanks, everybody.